Hey guys, I'm Martin Simonsen. I play on the Challenge and the European Tour. Today we're out at my home course Aalborg, where you can. It's one of the oldest courses in Denmark. It's actually the second oldest, and that's where I do the majority of my practice when I'm home. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about today what it was like going from being a good amateur to getting on the national team, which was obviously one of my biggest dreams as a kid. So when I was about 13, 14, I started playing tournaments all around Denmark, and my parents would kind of drive me every weekend, so I'm pretty thankful that they had the time and they were able to do that for me. But it wasn't until I was 16 where I actually really got going on playing well, really well at least. When I was 16, I won the Danish national championship for match play, and that kind of kick-started my summer. I ended up winning 6 tournaments in a row, which made me think, okay, now I have a secure spot on the national team. And I did get into the national team a little bit, started to practice a little with the coaches, but unfortunately I didn't get to stay on it, so that was a big bummer for me, and it kind of took some of my motivation away for a couple of years. I still practice and play tournaments, but I didn't quite have the same motivation just because of kind of that defeat in a way. But then after I went to school in the US, I managed to get onto the national team full time. And the first tournament I played for the team was a European Championship for men, which was obviously a team event, and we played in Finland. And as far as I remember, I think I was one of the first guys on the course the first day, and I was so incredibly nervous. So you hear about how the pros say they can't feel their hands, can't feel their arms when they go down the stretch in a major tournament, and that's how I felt. Like, it was all, my arms were gooey, I did not know what to do. And all I wanted to do was just get the ball in the air, And thankfully I managed to hit the fairway and get going. So it was great. And the way I am when I play, I'm always incredibly nervous on the first hole and on the last hole. So my first tee shot, once that's in the fairway, or in the rough for that matter, the nerves kind of go away. And the last putt, regardless of how long it is, I'm always nervous. But that European Championship kind of kick-started my time on the national team. So later that summer I played the European Individual, where I finished 5th, which gave me a spot on the the World Championship in Japan actually, where the winner individually was John Rahm, and Deschambeau was on the US team that won the team event. And I think I finished 11th or something like that. So it was a good week for me. And then the following years I've been on the amateur national team. And then once I turned pro, I was fortunate enough to get to be on the pro team, which was a great benefit for me, because they help financially with some things with coaches and Hugh School, but they also take us on practice camps in Dubai and Spain. So in that regard, we were really lucky to be a part of it. I know all the other guys on the pro team feel the same way. You get to practice with the other good players from Denmark, and you just get to have the best coaches around to help you. So I'm very thankful for that, and I definitely attribute that to some of the success I've had in the past, being able to practice with those guys. So yeah, that was my journey from amateur to being on the national team. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and please share with your friends. And again, if you have any questions for me, please submit them and I'll do a Q&A later. Thank you guys. Farvel.